let me introduce our team. 3, 2, 1.
Sudah lama ku menunggu, ku berhadapan denganmu. Kau menghentikan waktuku, tatapanmu membuat aku jatuh cinta padamu. Kau membuatku tak ragu-ragu, ku kan habiskan waktuku hanya untukmu. Ku secentang tapi kamu dah verify. Cantik kamu certified. Do you wanna where you hard to find? Susu aku jadi susunya. Temu di IG tapi kalau kita ketemu nanti bebas pilih mana mau kasih osensi. Jadi janganlah sensi, kan kita mau happy. Nanti ku izin mami. Tingkah lucu cek, kutu buku cek, sayang ortu cek, kamu 100%. Baby you look so fine, kita makan malam, dinner rooftop yang high. What's the dress code baby? Black and yellow maybe. Kalau udah ready, I'll be there for my lady. No makeup tetap cantik, paling asik, paling classy, paling sama-sama suka. Tapi nunggu apa? Memang kita berbeda, tapi tetap sama-sama suka. Jadi nunggu apa? Tak perlu kata sumpah, berdua sampai tua.
Mr. R, a 50-year-old male, was admitted to the internal medicine ward with complaints of persistence fatigue, described urine output, swellings in both legs, and shortness of breath for the past 2 weeks. He also reported nausea, loss of appetite, and diffused light sleeping. Mr. Rotman has a 50-year history of hypertension and type 2 diabetes mellitus, but he admits that he often forgets to take his medication regularly. He works as a small business owner and really against routine health checkups on Zika examination. The patient operate with NPA. Fatal signs for blood pressure 170 per 180 Hg, pulse rate 96 beats per minute, respiratory rate 22 breaths per minute, and temperature 56.5 Celsius. Pitting edema was observed in both lower extremities. Lung auscultation reflect bilateral cripples. The patient urine output was less than 40 ml per day. Laboratory results showed elevated serum creatinine 5.2 mg per gl. Lipid bulk urea nutrient, or BUN, discrete glomerular filtration rate, or GFR, hyperkalemia, and proteinuria. Chronic kidney disease, or CKD, is a chronic condition that causes a progressive decline in kidney function. This condition can lead to disturbance in body fluid balance, accumulation of metabolic waste product, and various other complications. Today, we will present a simulation of nursing care for a patient with chronic kidney disease based on the case of Mr. R, a 50-years-old patient.
Good morning, sir. I'm Nurse Linda who will take care of you today. How are you feeling right now?
I feel tired and my breath feels short.
Do you also experience swelling in your legs?
Yes, since 1 day ago.
After performing observations, the nurse then checked the patient's vital signs.
Okay, I will check your vital sign first, okay? Excuse me, sir.
A few moments later.
Okay, the patient's blood pressure is 170 over 100 millimeter mercury and pulse is 96 beats per minute and respiratory rate is 22 breaths per minute.
After Nurse 1 checked the vital signs, Nurse 2 examined the patient's legs.
There is pitting edema in lower both extremities.
Based on the assessment results, the patient shows decreased kidney function that causes fluid accumulation in the body, fatigue, and impaired peripheral perfusion.
After conducting the assessment, the nurses discussed the patient's condition with the doctor.
Hi, nurse. Good morning.
Good morning, doctor.
Sit down, please. So, how about the condition of Mr. R today?
Okay, Mr. R is a 55 years old male patient admitted with complaints of persistent fatigue, decreased urine output, swelling in both legs, and shortness of breath for the past 2 weeks.
Alright. How about his vital signs?
Okay, his blood pressure is 170 over 100 millimeters mercury, pulse rate is 96 beats per minute, respiratory rate is 22 beats per minute, and temperature is 36.5 degrees Celsius.
Is there any edema?
Yes, doctor, pitting edema is observed in both lower extremities. Lung auscultation also reveals bilateral rales.
How about the urine output?
The patient's urine output is less than 400 milliliters per day.
Yeah, I see. What about the laboratory result?
Okay, the laboratory examination show increased serum creatinine at 5.2 milligrams per deciliter, increased blood urea nitrogen, decreased glomerular filtration rate, hyperkalemia, and proteinuria.
Based on these findings, the patient is experiencing impaired kidney function consistent with chronic kidney disease.
Yes, doctor, we also identified hypervolemia, fatigue, and ineffective peripheral perfusion.
Yeah, good assessment. Please continue monitoring the patient fluid balance closely.
Yes, doctor.
I will prescribe diuretic therapy and adjustment the patient treatment plan. Please also educate the patient about medication adherence and fluid restriction.
Alright, doctor, we will continue monitoring the patient and provide health education to the patient and the patient's family.
Yeah, thank you, nurse. Yeah.
You're welcome, doctor.
After discussing with the doctor about Mr. R's diagnosis, the nurse returned to the nurse's station to discuss the interventions that would be given to the patient.
Okay, nurse, based on the assessment results, we found several nursing problems.
The first problem is hypervolemia, indicated by edema in the legs, lung, rales, and decreased urine output. The patient is also experiencing fatigue as he continuously complains of feeling tired.
In addition, there is ineffective peripheral perfusion indicated by pale skin and high blood pressure.
Therefore, we will implement 3 main nursing interventions. The first is hypervolemia management, and the second is energy management, and the third is circulation care. The first intervention is hypervolemia management.
The definition of this intervention is identifying and managing excess intravascular and extracellular fluid volume and preventing complications. Actions. Observation. The first one is check for signs and symptoms of hypervolemia. Second, identify the cause of hypervolemia. Third, monitor hemodynamic status. Fourth, monitor fluid intake and output. 5. Monitor signs of hemoconcentration. 6. Closely monitor the infusion rate. Therapeutic. First, wait daily at the same time. Second, limit fluid and salt intake. Third, elevate the head of the bed 30 till 40 degrees. Education. Advise to report if urine output is below 0.5 milliliters per kilogram per hour in 6 hours. Second, advise to report if weight gain is more than 1 kilogram in a day. Third, teach how to measure and record intake and output fluids. Fourth, teach how to limit fluids. Collaboration. First, collaborate on administering diuretics. Second, collaborate on replacing potassium loss due to diuretics. Third, collaborate in administering continuous renal replacement therapy if necessary. Thank you.
Sir, we will monitor your body fluid condition to prevent excessive fluid accumulation. So the patient's urine output is still low today and we need to monitor it closely. Okay, I will help you to elevate your head to breathe more comfortably, okay, sir? Okay.
You also need to limit fluid and salt intake so that the swelling does not worsen. We will also weigh you every day at the same time to monitor changes in the body weight.
Sir, if your urine output becomes even less or if your body weight increases more than 1 kilogram in one day, please inform us immediately.
We will also teach you how to record the amount of fluid you drink.
Alright.
Thank you, sir, for your participation. We'll going back to nurse station, okay? If you need us, you can call the button on your bed, okay?
Okay.
Enter the energy management intervention section. Definition: identifying and managing energy used to overcome or prevent fatigue and optimize recovery. Action: observation. First, identify functional impairments that cause fatigue. Second, monitor sleep patterns and hours. Third, monitor relaxation and discomfort during activities. Next, therapeutic. First, provide a comfortable, low stimulus environment. Second, perform passive and or active range of motion exercises. Third, provide calming discretion. Fourth, facilitate bedside sitting if unable to more or walk. Next, education. First, encourage gradual activity initiation. Second, encourage contacting a nurse if signs and symptoms of fatigue persist. Third, teach coping strategies to reduce fatigue. Next, collaboration. Collaborated with a nutritionist on how to increase dietary intake.
Sir, the fatigue that you feel is a common symptom experienced by patients with chronic kidney disease.
We will monitor your sleep pattern and daily activities.
Do you have difficulty sleeping at night?
Yes, I often wake up during the night.
We will create a comfortable environment so that you can rest better. And we will also help you perform light activity gradually so that your body does not feel too tired.
Okay, sir, you need to balance your activity and your rest time.
If you
Okay, nurse, I understand.
Intervention circulation care. Definition of circulation care is identifying and treating localized area with limited peripheral circulation. Action observation. Check peripheral circulation at edema to determine the condition of blood flow in the extremities. Identifying risk factor for circulation disorder, for example diabetes, hypertension, to find causes that can worsen blood. Monitor the extremities for heat, redness, pain, swelling to detect early signs of circulation problem infection. The next is therapeutic. Carry output infection prevention to prevent complication due to infection in body tissues. Care for your feet and nails to maintain cleanliness and prevent wounds of infection on your feet. The third is hydrate to maintain body fluid balance and help improve blood circulation. The next is education. The first is encourage patients to exercise regularly to help improve blood circulation. The second is encourage patients to ask blood pressure lowering, anticoagulant, and cholesterol lowering drugs if necessary to help control risk factor for circulation disorder. The third is encourage patients to take blood pressure control medication regularly to have blood pressure stable. The fourth is encourage patients to carry out appropriate skincare for you. Example, moisturizing dry skin, wound the feet, to maintain health, skin and prevent wounds. Fifth is teach a diet program to improve circulation, for example, low in saturated fat and omega-3 fish off to help improve blood purpose health. The sixth is provide information about emergency science and symposies that must be respond a pain that does not go away at risk. Wants to that to not harm. Thus are feeling to help patient get immediate medical treatment if complication occur.
We will check the blood circulation in your legs. Sudah. The skin appears pale and there is edema in the leg.
This condition can occur due to circulation problems caused by hypertension and kidney disease.
You need to take your blood pressure medication regularly as prescribed by the doctor.
In addition, you are advised to perform light physical activity to help improve blood circulation.
You also need to maintain proper skincare, especially on your feet, to prevent wounds or infection.
Alright, I will follow the advice.
And the next intervention for is treatment program adherence support. And definition is facilitating the accurate and regularity of the prescribed treatment program. Action observation number 1 is identify treatment program complaints. And next therapeutic is number 1 establish a commitment to follow the treatment program properly. And 2. Establish a schedule for family support to take turns accompanying the patient during the treatment program if necessary. Number 3. Document activities during the treatment process. Number 4 is discuss factors that may support or hinder treatment. Number 5. Involve the family in supporting the treatment program. And next, education number 1 is provide information about the required treatment program. And number 2, provide information about the benefits of following the treatment program regularly. Number 3, encourage the family to accompany and care for their patient during the treatment program. And number 4 is encourage the patient and family to consult the nearest health service if necessary.
Sir, based on your medical history, we found that you have a history of hypertension and type 2 diabetes for 15 years, but the medications were not taken regularly. This can worsen kidney function.
Yes, sometimes I forget to take my medicine.
We will first assess your level to adherence to the treatment program.
Sir, do you usually take your medication according to the doctor instruction?
Sometimes I skip it when I feel better.
Thank you for the information, sir.
To help improve your treatment outcomes, we would like to make a commitment with you to follow the treatment program regularly.
Yes, I will try to follow it.
We will also involve your family to support your treatment program. Ma'am, we hope you can accompany and remind the patient take his medication regularly.
Yes, I will have remind him.
We will document all treatment activities to monitor the progress of the patient therapy.
Sir, it is very important to follow the treatment program regularly because it can help control your blood pressure and blood sugar levels.
If the treatment program is followed consistently, it can slow down the progression of kidney disease and prevent complications. You and your family are also in the consult health service regularly for monitoring and further treatment.
Thank you, nurse. I understand now and I will try to follow the treatment program.
Okay, after implementing the nursing interventions, the patient's condition begins to show improvement.
The edema has started to decrease and the patient is able to rest more comfortably. The patient also understands the importance of following the treatment program.
Family support is also involved to help improve the patient adherence to treatment.
Nursing care for patients with chronic kidney disease requires comprehensive management, including monitoring fluid balance, managing fatigue, improving circulation, and supporting treatment adherence. With proper nursing interventions and family support, patients can maintain their health condition and improve their quality of life. That's all for the video from our group. Thank you and hope it's useful.